I'm like looking at your notes. So we've got immersion taken care of.
You can use this one. You want to see more? Creative possibilities come from a synergy between design and science. I'm Itai Palti, architect and scientific researcher.
And I'm Sabrina Soto, interior designer. To explore that intersection of art and science, we've teamed up with KitchenAid and Vox Media to tackle kitchen renovations that challenged us to show homeowners not only how beautiful their spaces can look,
but also how these spaces impact the way they feel.
This is Design Minded. I'm Sabrina Soto. I'm an interior designer, and I've been doing this now 18 years. As a designer, it's my job to really bring my clients' personalities out and showcase them in any space that I'm designing in a house. I have designed a lot of spaces. I think I've done over 300 episodes of design shows, and I was even able to help decorate the White House for a few years for Christmas.
I'm Itai Palti, and I work at the intersection of architecture and neuroscience. As an architect, I went into the world to make a positive impact. I wanted to understand how I make design decisions and what they're based on. I said to myself, how can I make better decisions? What would it be based on? And that's when I started speaking to psychologists and neuroscientists that really gave me an understanding of how people experience space. I think science can be integrated into the design profession to create positive change.
I've worked with hundreds of clients in my career. I've never worked with a scientist before, so this is new to me.
Designers who are receptive to new information can really use what science tells us about how people experience space to boost their decision making. I hope Sabrina can do that.
I'm Janae Claiborne. I'm a vegan food blogger, cookbook author, and social media influencer. For me, cooking is relaxing. It's obviously how I show my love to my family and my friends. And it's also my business too. Right when I moved in, it was all very clear like what needed to change. It wasn't like it was an outdated, ugly kitchen by any means. It's just that it didn't fit me. I am so excited about these new KitchenAid appliances because I'm writing a new cookbook. I'm working on so many more recipes, not only for the cookbook, but also my blog and my YouTube channel. I am a little, I don't want to say I'm nervous to meet Sabrina and Itai, but these people are coming into my house to redo my kitchen, and I'm like a little like, what? I don't know what to expect.
Hey!
Hello, hello!
How are you doing?
I'm so excited to finally see her kitchen in person.
Me too, a new home, new challenge.
Let's get this show on the road.
Hello!
Hey.
Hi! Thank you for coming by.
Thanks.
Good to see you too. I am so excited
Me
to
too.
show you guys my kitchen.
Go.
We are too.
So this is my kitchen.
It's so cute.
Hey.
Oh, thank you.
You just moved in, right?
I did a few weeks ago, and I really haven't spent as much time in the kitchen as I usually do because it's just like not my vibe.
Well, we have to change that.
So as you see, I already got rid of all my appliances.
Yeah, we definitely need appliances in the kitchen. And this is like the most important room in your house because of what you do.
Exactly.
Janae's kitchen is kind of a tricky space because it's not big and it has a lot of cabinets taking up that airspace. There's a lot of storage. Do you need it?
I don't need it.
I have never heard somebody say they don't need storage in the kitchen.
I'm kind of a minimalist, actually.
Okay. I love to open things up and to create more of a styling moment rather than just pure functional storage. Boring.
Yeah, I think we can take the cabinets off if you're not using them. It gives us more air.
Maybe some plants as well.
Uh-huh.
That would be nice.
You love a plant.
Absolutely. We gotta get plants in.
I'm in here all day long, filming, working, recipe testing, and then of course cooking for my daughter and myself too, so.
Okay.
So it's kind of both a kitchen and a studio.
Exactly, it is actually, both of those things.
Science is really good at asking questions about ourselves and about how we experience space. That awareness is what we call in science metacognition. So it's what do we know about ourselves and how we work. The more we can get people to understand how space affects them, the more they're going to be able to change space for their own good.
You want to keep an island here, right?
I do, but this one is just too large, so I do want a space to prep.
Do you sit on the island?
I would,
You
if
would.
it weren't so big.
Yeah.
But no, I have never.
And you've got a view here for some trees, so you got some nature.
I know, I'm actually shocked how bright it is in here because we really only have
Yeah,
one
for a
small
small
kitchen.
window.
Yeah.
Yes, so I want to be able to bring in more light. In the morning, it feels really bright, but later in the day, afternoon, It's pretty dark.
Yeah.
And it's what people see when they're from your blog, right? So this is your backdrop.
This is my backdrop.
Okay.
Exactly.
This is your stage.
Exactly.
Okay, so we have to make it work for you.
Yes, that would be amazing.
I know your wheels are spinning. I have a ton of ideas. So let's sit down and figure out how to make this kitchen exactly what you want.
Perfect.
Okay.
So Janae's kitchen is really part of her work, and it's what she brings to her audience. How do we create a space that lets her express herself to her audience and also bring in everything that she's passionate about?
You guys know I live in this beautiful city of Atlanta. There's trees everywhere, so much nature, and I really want to be able to bring some of that in the kitchen.
And it's linked to the kind of food you cook.
Yes, exactly. I'm all vegan. I go to the farmer's market and I will walk the stalls and I see all this beautiful produce, and that's how I get my inspiration. That's how I determine like what recipes I'm gonna create.
So I became vegan in 2011. So I was working at a vegan restaurant and everything just became clear to me. I realized, oh my gosh, this is what I should do in my life. It's better for my health, obviously better for the planet. And I really wanted to inspire people and help other people do the same thing.
Do you have an herb garden here?
I don't, but I would love one.
What would you want?
I use all herbs. Basil, mint, I use a lot of mint, dill, of course cilantro. I'm like,
I'm getting hungry.
yeah, me too, me too. All of the above.
Okay.
I like it all. Have nature in the house, I'm pretty sure it would just make me more inspired and more creative.
I love Janae. I am also plant-based, so she is inspiring me to create new dishes in my own life. So we have to figure out how to incorporate the outside in the kitchen.
So the way that we talk about it in design is we talk about biophilia. Biophilia is our connection to nature, the way we're drawn to natural stimuli. In the context of design, what it means is bringing that into spaces. It can relax you, it can even inspire you.
Give you confidence.
Absolutely. It's important to bring biophilia into the space, and that's something we should be doing.
Okay,
I
what are you
love that.
thinking?
I'm thinking we need plants. How do we maximize the effect of that daylight? The materials that we use are important. We need to go for natural materials. So when you have the herb garden, you're growing the herbs, you're seeing that process in nature. And when we think of the appliances, we also have to think of the process of cooking. And how does that inspire creativity?
What do you want your appliance package to be? Obviously, we need to have everything replaced. How do you feel about black stainless?
I'd be open to it.
So I know with KitchenAid's design philosophy, they're interested in creativity and inspiration. And we need to think of how does it all tie in holistically as an experience.
Yeah, because I'm not the only one who's gonna see this.
That's right.
My YouTube following, my Instagram following, thousands and hundreds of thousands of people.
Oh
But
my goodness.
that's an opportunity, you know, we take your values, we take the stuff you're passionate about, and we put that around you.
I'm pretty open-minded, and I trust you guys.
The pressure is on, Itai.
Yeah. Okay, I am so excited.
I love what I do, and I've never had to take it too seriously before. Now working with a scientist, I'm a little nervous what this is gonna entail.
Sabrina makes decisions, that's what she's used to. And I think anyone like me who might come and ask her to say, why do you think a certain thing, rather than just basing it on intuition, that can be destabilizing sometimes. But I think it's healthy.
I'm really excited to free up the footprint in the kitchen, give her a little bit more space to roam. We don't really have a lot of time. I'm so excited that the contractors are doing such a good job. We are on schedule, and that's always a good thing.
So Janae is a really intentional person. She meditates, she does yoga, she cooks vegan food. I think a lot of these things resonate with Sabrina, and I want to see how Sabrina takes that and manifests it in design.
After looking at Janae's kitchen and figuring out what needs to get done, I thought it was important for Itai and I to organize our thoughts and our ideas to make sure that we give Janae exactly what she needs. I sort of have an idea of the materials I want to bring into the kitchen, but I want to make sure that they make sense scientifically.
It kind of goes with Janae's values. She's into nature, the connection to nature, she's vegan. So biophilia is our innate attraction to nature and to natural stimuli. When it comes to design, it means harnessing that towards our health and well-being. And it's part of KitchenAid's design philosophy to create an ecosystem where you can have that immersion that inspires creativity, that is good for your well-being and for your health. There's 3 different aspects of biophilia that we can concentrate on. The first one is immersion. How do we create a space where she can be immersed in cooking? The second is soft fascination, capturing our attention, not in a hard manner. So when you think of when you look at a natural landscape, your eye kind of drifts from one spot to the other, and that allows for mind wandering, and it restores our cognitive functions. And the third thing is syncing with cycles of nature, and we're gonna do that with light. When we're exposed to blue light when it's not daylight, that disrupts our sleep.
That's why we are told not to be on our phones right before sleep.
Right. So if we can have two different schemas, one for daytime and one for nighttime, that will allow Janae to be more in sync.
I know after working with Itai, I'm never gonna look at design the same way again. How can I? I'm gonna have to take into account how science really is going to be integrated into every space. I'm feeling really good about the design plan, but I'm also making a very bold switch. She has really dark countertops. What I wanna do is brighten the countertops, helping it bounce light when she's shooting, but then really make a showcase with the appliances by using the KitchenAid stainless black pieces.
Okay, nice. So you're thinking about how do the appliances fit in holistically in the space?
Right.
Right, that's good.
I've chosen this shelf to flank the hood. So is that signed off scientifically?
Yes, it's a natural material. So
Scientifically
it has some kind of
approved?
visual complexity, that's good.
And I'm also gonna do the wood backsplash as well.
Right.
So it's actually going to be very visually natural.
And it's the background to what, when people see her cooking.
Yeah, that's her stage.
And also when she's sitting or someone's sitting at the island, that's what they see.
Right. We will have a grow light on the island, which is great for the herbs.
Herb.
Herb is a person.
It has a H.
No. It's pronounced herb.
Herb.
Herb, yeah, pretend the H isn't even there.
Herb.
There you go.
Okay, that doesn't sound right to me.
I know,
we'll
but
go
it
with
does.
it. We'll
Yeah.
go with it. Okay.
Herb.
Sabrina is adamant that I use American English. And that's okay because the more she understands me, the better.
Janae's island is too big right now, so we need 36 inches, but I actually want more of a clearance between the island and the pantry because of that door opening and closing. Do you know why we need a 36-inch clearance?
No.
You don't?
No.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna teach you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Finally. So it's just, that is the amount of space that's good for flow. We need that flow in the kitchen around the island, but I want a little more in the pantry because of the door opening and closing.
Yeah, I don't know what 36 inches is, but
Oh, you're right, because you do centimeters?
yeah.
So that
and the
would
rest of the
be-
world.
Oh, wait, we only do inches?
Yeah, you're the only ones.
That's weird. I need to speak to somebody about that.
Sabrina can be set in her way sometimes, like for example using the metric system. I mean, it's way more rational, but that doesn't matter. So first of all, I need to change my English, and then I also need to change the way I measure space. That's challenging, but as long as Sabrina's happy and not angry, I'm good.
I feel like we've got everything in line. We got a lot to do. Let's get
go.
out of here. Janae's counters were black before, and I'm really adamant about using the black stainless KitchenAid appliances because they're gonna look modern in the space, so we couldn't really just keep black countertops. It just would have been too heavy.
Also, the window is not too big, so we want to bring a lot of light in. If everything is black, it would have just swallowed it all up. She didn't need these cabinets so much, so it gave us the opportunity to air out the space.
So because the herbs and plants are so important to you, we can have them on the shelves here and on the island. But remember, if we're gonna make the island smaller, we don't have that much workspace.
Okay, so whatever it is, if she's growing herbs, it needs to be accessible. So we should stick to it here so that she can, tend to it. And also when she's cooking and she's filming, she can actually take from it.
Yeah, because she said that she wants to be able to sit here. She just has never wanted to hang out here. So if we add seating, then not only does she have the functionality of eating here, she has a space to be able to film in here, and then she'll have the herbs.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll have all of her knickknacks and everything on display
some
here.
natural materials, some plants.
Stucco, wood, black appliances, island, grow lamp.
Light.
Ta-da!
The show is there.
I like when we are on the same page. Actually, I like when you're on my page. That's what just happened. The pressure's always on to finish a renovation because people want their kitchen back. But in this case, Janae has to get back to work. She's in the middle of writing a new cookbook.
She's got a family, she needs to shoot,
Yes.
she's got her blogs.
Okay, so if we could set it up, I just want to make sure, Itai, that we have the clearance that we needed. So will this give us enough space then to have seating on the other side?
Yes, we do have an overhang. Being that it's 40 inches, that allows us to have about 9 to 11 inches overhang since this is only 24 inches deep.
Okay, I think the 3 feet we need minimum.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
So with Itai and Sabrina and then Sion and Shauna, all together, they really, really have made me feel very confident about this whole project. I'm so excited.
Let's say shelf here, right? Shelf here. Okay.
Yeah. Which means this light's going to be too much.
Okay.
There's not enough space. The sconces were going to be too close to the hood and to the shelves, and that means we need to bring them up so that we don't have an aesthetic that's too cluttered.
How much of a pain would it be to completely reinstall the junction boxes?
Like completely changed everything that we just did.
Yeah.
How much space is in between each of the shelves?
These are 64 from the counter to the ceiling. Is it 64 inches?
You're speaking to me in inches again.
Is it doable?
Everything's doable.
Great, that's all. Then we're done.
Deal.
When I make last minute changes, general contractors give me no's, they shake their head, they look very angry. But for some reason, they don't seem to be too concerned.
I think they're scared of you.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, maybe. Good job though.
Oh, bravo to me.
So we were asked to relocate the lighting of the sconces from right next to the vent hood to above the second shelf. We're gonna get all of our teams in tonight and tomorrow morning to knock this out.
We have to reroute the wiring, put it in. Since they picked this oak, we're gonna go ahead and get the bottom half of the backsplash on.
So we're gonna possibly pull an all-nighter. Let's see what we're doing. It's lots of fun.
We're literally 2 days away from finishing this kitchen, and there's a lot to do.
That is 2 weeks of work to do in 2 days. And there are a lot of changes that we just made too.
There are, but they're important changes.
Somebody's gonna be working through the night.
I'm gonna be, stuccoing all the wall.
I'm gonna go dancing.
I don't want to dance with you anymore.
Do you even know how to dance? That's a no.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning. We have the stucco team coming in. We're gonna do all the prep work for the stucco, let that set and dry, and then it's a waiting game to see if Itai and Sabrina likes the finishing touches on it.
We are at a local nursery for that natural element that Itai really wants. Okay, I know you don't think I'm listening to you, but I do, and I'll prove it now. So remember when we were in the collaboration room and you were talking about the way to relax in a space is to have your eye be able to roam around?
Self-fascination.
There,
Right.
that one. Okay,
Yeah.
so
you were listening, right?
I told
But
you.
were.
What's great about these, they're handmade, so each one has its own personality.
I love it. It's got these imperfections, which is kind of shows off the natural material and fits in with Janae's vibe in the kitchen.
I think she's gonna love them. So are you bio-feeling me?
I'm bio-feeling you. So Sabrina got some advice from the experts as to what plants are going to be good for low light. What I'm interested in is that we don't get monoculture. That means we choose a variety of different plant species and we get that visual complexity that draws us.
All right, this one's called Aglonema Chocolate.
I like the colors.
Do you think this is too big?
No, this is good. It has volume.
It reminds me of a salad a little bit.
And this one you chose too, right?
Yeah.
This is indestructible. It could
Really?
even survive you.
Oh,
Really.
then I
If we
should
put
not
this
do
up in the top shelves, it's going to be great because
Yeah.
it doesn't need much watering and it's going to flow down.
I love that. Okay.
I think the dynamic with Sabrina is interesting. I bring in some science, she pretends to be receptive to it, and then she takes the credit. I'm cool with that.
I think we have a good foundation here, and now we just need some herbs, and we have to get back to the house to finish up.
Herbs.
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 Another decision that I need to make is which handles I'm going to put in the kitchen. Now, a lot of people think that once you pick a metal in the kitchen, you have to stick to that. That is not true. So I'm thinking probably to use the brass pulls. Now, another thing that I'm up against is these holes are not quite 4 inches. So what I tried to do was to source a pull that had a base to it so that it could just easily go over the new holes and there's no patching needed. We are supposed to reveal the kitchen tomorrow. I always want to be optimistic, but I'm starting to lose faith that we're gonna get this done in time.
There is not much time left and there's a lot of work to do.
The stucco, the shelves,
Shelves.
the appliances,
The island.
the painting.
It was a tight schedule from the beginning.
There are always problems. It's not anyone's fault. It just happens to be that things are sold out, things aren't available.
I think she's deflecting. It's
Why?
those sconces.
No, it was not. It was not the sconces. It's the nature of what we do. You just have to roll with it.
We are really close. I think we're only a day out. I'm so excited. I think it is gonna be beautiful. I can't wait to be back in my kitchen, back in my house. I'm getting nervous. You know, I work from home. I'm working on specific projects. I haven't been able to cook. I haven't been able to use the kitchen in days. So yeah, I'm ready to get back in there. It's not just about work, but it's about life too with my daughter, trying to make this place feel like home.
There's a lot of pressure on the team to get this done in time because Janae needs this kitchen not just for living her life, but also doing her work. So all of the different tasks that we've given to the team, all of the things that Sabrina wants to get done in the kitchen, we really need to get that on time.
Today is reveal day. We're here early in the morning. I still haven't gotten inside to see.
How are you feeling?
I mean, I feel a little nervous because when we left here yesterday, there was still a lot on the to-do list. So much progress has been made. I am so relieved. I was very nervous yesterday that it wasn't gonna get done, but
Me too. You're feeling good today.
yes, I feel like weight's been lifted off of me.
Yeah.
But we still have a lot to do and Janae's gonna be here in a few hours.
They have done a lot overnight.
It makes me
They've been
happy.
here. Whilst you were dancing, they were working.
If I was Janae, I'd be micromanaging us, but she has been super chill.
You've been micromanaging anyway.
Well, that's what I do. I feel like we finally put some personality into the kitchen.
Right, there's a lot more life. The countertop, the walls are different. We took the cabinets away so there's more air.
It's gonna feel great.
It's gonna have loads of personality and she's gonna love it.
I can't wait for Janae to see this because it means so much to her. It's her home kitchen and it's also her home office. So today is finally the day we get to show you your new kitchen.
Finally, I'm so happy. I'm really nervous, but so excited as well.
Don't we know you've been out of the house for a few days, so you've probably been imagining what's going on.
Yeah, and waking up in the middle of the night like, what is that gonna look like? So,
Are you ready to go see
I'm
it?
so ready.
Let's
yes.
go.
Let's go.
But don't open. Don't open them yet.
Okay, oh no.
Open your eyes.
Oh my God.
It's a completely different space, right?
It's totally different. I love the color.
It's beautiful.
It looks so good. As soon as we walked in, I kind of felt like, this is peaceful, like a sanctuary in the house.
It's so different. It has such character. Then the black KitchenAid appliances just ground the entire space.
Oh, I love that. This looks good.
You can see all the natural materials, the different textures that are in here. You know, they were just kind of cabinets. It was like
Right.
dead,
It looks
and now
so
it's
much
alive.
bigger now. So much bigger
And what do you think
now.
about the new size of the island?
Oh,
Better,
this is
right?
much better.
And what's kind of cool is you have these herbs here. This is actually a grow light.
Wow.
So you don't have to worry
so
about it not getting
clever.
enough natural light. This, whatever you put here, will grow.
Wow, oh my goodness, that's so smart. Oh, so much more space. Oh, and the appliances look bomb.
I know.
The black appliances do feel natural. They feel like stones almost to me. So we have that black KitchenAid appliances, the wood and the stucco, and the green from all the greenery. It just feels like very cohesive, and that really helps me be more creative.
So Itai thought it was important because we only had one window to have that almost mimic looking like it's another
Yeah.
To bring more light in. And also this is the way you shoot your vlogs, right? So we want the light coming this way.
Ooh, thank you guys so much.
Do you want to see the pantry too?
Yeah, let me see it. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Yes. I love it. I love it so much. It's just so neat.
Also, look how amazing.
Wow, look at that. Wow. And you got all my vegan stuff.
You got everything you need now.
I'm not gonna have to go grocery shopping. Sabrina and Itai really nailed it. Really nailed it with this one. I just want to play with everything right now. Oh, and you put JJ's. That's so pretty. Your little painting. I love it. She is gonna flip when she sees her artwork in here. She's gonna be so proud. Okay, I gotta check out the dishwasher.
Yes.
This is sweet.
Right, and this has the third rack, which most dishwashers don't.
Right.
I know you said when we first met that you didn't even want to spend time in here.
Yes, exactly. Now I'm like, I don't want to leave.
Remember, we wanted to be in sync with nature.
Yes.
So we have one schema of light, which is the daylight, and we have one evening. So you're not exposed to the blue light, doesn't disrupt your sleep, keeps you a healthy pattern.
And I love these plants.
Yeah, and we got the plants that are good for low light. So they're the ones on that side. And also they're ones that are kind of resistant. You don't need to water them too much, the ones at the top.
But if you're doing something for, let's say you're doing a special recipe for Thanksgiving or Christmas, all of this can be moved around. You would just customize it to whatever you're doing at the time.
Yeah, and you got this shelf too for
Yeah.
other stuff you want to put on.
And these S-hooks too, so you could put some tools on here and just add or take away whatever you need.
It feels so calm and peaceful in here.
Right?
Yes.
I'm actually jealous. I don't want to go back to my house. I want to redo it to look exactly like this.
really?
I really think it turned out better than I imagined.
Not only did they incorporate the science and the biophilia and these plants everywhere, they also really made this space very unique and something that stands out. It doesn't feel like a generic kitchen whatsoever. Thank you.
It was so fabulous working in your space.
Thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you.
This is awesome.
In Janae's case, she was really open to any ideas, and I'm so happy she loved the end result. It's got personality, it's got incredible new KitchenAid appliances, it's got the space she needs, the flow, the brightness. Every single box was checked.
And also we got all the main themes that we spoke about in science. The biophilia, creativity, space that inspires.
I'm super happy Janae loves her kitchen. And what I want to see is how it becomes part of her work, how it becomes part of how she expresses herself to her audience.
Bravo to us, we gave Janae her dream kitchen. Everything she asked for is in this space. Are you ready for the next one?
On to the next kitchen.
Let's go. I'm gonna go home and play with beakers and microscopes and stuff. That's what you do at home?
Yeah.
You just like take stuff and it's like, whoa, ha, 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 ha. Is that what you do?
You'd be better at it. The evil laugh, you've got it more.
Whoa.